and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host Yeshi. Here are the headlines. Indian Prime Minister Modi held a webinar on providing a holistic push to border villages. Outrage erupts after police baton charge, fire tear gas shells and arrest students in POK. And India's Jammu and Kashmir organizes Winter Carnival to promote tourism. Let's begin the show. India is not just the seventh largest sovereign geography on the planet, but is also home to the most stressed out land and maritime borders. And while the country has witnessed a rapid urbanization in the past few decades, the villages, especially the border villages, have lagged behind in incorporating themselves with the vibrant growth story of the country. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a special virtual session on providing a holistic push to border villages in order to achieve his larger objective of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. That loosely translates to integrated efforts will bring development for all.
The overall sharp rebound and
when Nirmala Sitharaman announced this financial year's budget, she made special provisions for the development of villages. The Government of India has made it their prime objective of providing a holistic development to all the villages across the country. Whether it is the flagship program of cleanliness, providing cooking gas, building rural houses, or several other programs, the Government of India has been tirelessly working to improve the lives and lifestyles of every rural citizen in the country. Having achieved a large portion of its ambitions, the government is now expanding its primary focus on rural border areas that are yet to join the mainstream growth story of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently held a webinar urging the different sections of the government and the natives of these villages to step for the growth. PM Modi said that the Vibrant Village program announced in this year's budget holds significant value to the development of border villages.
इस बजट में सरकार द्वारा सैचुरेशन के इस बड़े लक्ष्य को हासिल करने के लिए एक स्पष्ट रोड मैप दिया गया है। बजट में पीएम आवास योजना, ग्रामीण सड़क योजना, जल जीवन मिशन, नॉर्थ ईस्ट की कनेक्टिविटी, गांवों की ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्टिविटी, ऐसी हर योजना के लिए जरूरी प्रावधान किया गया है। 100% लक्ष्य पाने के लिए हमें नई टेक्नोलॉजी पर भी फोकस करना होगा ताकि तेजी से प्रोजेक्ट्स भी पूरे हों और क्वालिटी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज ना हो।
The Modi government, since its day one in the office, has given a clarion call of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, meaning development of all with everybody's contribution, and it claims to have been working tirelessly to achieve its objectives. Rural India has witnessed a significant change in its outlook in the past few years, thanks to these policies. The border villages are also set to witness a similar growth in coming times. Apart from the government efforts, the Prime Minister urged the large firms and corporations to invest in border villages, which his government has reiterated time and again holds huge potential, which can play a key role in bringing the country's growth rate to 10% per annum. Modi said women empowerment was instrumental to the development of any sector and villages were not any different. He urged the women to step up and join the growth story of the country. He also stressed that the participation of women through self-help groups, that is SHGs, needs to be expanded further.
ग्रामीण अर्थव्यवस्था का एक बड़ा आधार हमारी मातृशक्ति है, हमारी महिला शक्ति है। फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन ने परिवारों में महिलाओं की आर्थिक फैसलों में अधिक भागीदारी सुनिश्चित की है। सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के माध्यम से महिलाओं की इस भागीदारी को और ज्यादा विस्तार दिए जाने की जरूरत है।
From startups to broadband connectivity, the villages along over 15,000 kilometers of land border are set to witness a new era in coming days. The Government of India has maintained that the theme of the program, Leaving No Citizen Behind, is aimed at bringing industry leaders, policymakers and government officials together to deliberate upon the positive impact of the budget and identify actionable strategies to collectively work towards furthering the common goal of upliftment of everyone, a saturation of each household and village, leaving no one behind.
Moving on to Pakistan, where a bright yellow food truck with the logo of a pair of spectacles perched over a luxurious moustache has been a centerpiece among the citizens. This is country's first mobile restaurant staffed solely by deaf people, giving them with an economic opportunity. Let's take a look.
This bright yellowish truck with a logo design of a set of eyeglasses set down over a lavish mustache appears like numerous various other food vehicles bringing in starving pupils at a university in Pakistani capital of Islamabad. Named as the Abhi Khao, this food truck is Pakistan's first mobile restaurant staffed entirely by deaf workers. The food truck was created by a hearing impaired family including both parents and their two sons who are either completely or partially deaf. However, daughter Aisha Raza came up with the idea of a big cow to give opportunities for her brothers.
Majority of the deaf youth is unemployed in Pakistan and they face issues like language barriers, inequality and discrimination. At Abhi Khao, customers embrace deaf culture and place their orders in sign language. We are bridging the communication gap between the deaf and hearing community at Abhi Khao.
Parked on the campus of the Millennium Universal College, students and staff gather for sizzling meat sandwiches and French fries, signaling their orders with their hand. With diagrams showing how to say simple phrases in sign language, the food truck is not only providing employment but helping to bridge communication gaps between deaf people and the hearing community.
Normally, whenever we meet someone who's deaf, we don't know how to communicate. I feel they have placed a cue card here in front of their van, which is very helpful for everyone when we want to place the order. I've learned like you say hello, and that's how you say thank you. That's friendship. And then if you want to say yes, that's the sign. So my experience with them, with time, I've learned this as.
The truck is not just giving work, yet aiding to connect interaction spaces in between deaf individuals as well as the hearing area. This initiative would not only provide the employment but embrace deaf culture in Pakistan.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
The 2022 Lantern Festival Gala to be aired will be an exciting presentation merging technology and art, tradition and modernity. To mark the Lantern Festival, an over 2,000-year-old Chinese tradition observed on the 15th day of the first month on the Chinese lunar calendar, which draws to conclusion of the Spring Festival celebrations. As a long-held tradition, the Chinese media group will broadcast a gala live to celebrate the festival on Tuesday night. One of the highlights will be a performance from space by the 3 astronauts aboard China's first space station, the Taigong. Other features to look forward to in the gala will be the participation of China's gold medalists at the Beijing Winter Olympics and the China's national women's football team, which recently won the AFC Women's Asian Cup. The gala will also incorporate some innovative approaches in its design. The old song, Be There or Be Square, will be presented with new arrangement and performance lineup at the gala. South Korea's health authorities said they are changing the COVID-19 quarantine framework from a stance of suppressing confirmed cases to an approach of minimizing serious cases. Deaths have slowly ticked up, reaching a near record high of 99 on Tuesday, but South Korean authorities say real-world data shows how people infected with the Omicron coronavirus variant are nearly 75% less likely to develop serious illness or die than those who contract the Delta variant. South Korea reported 171,452 new coronavirus cases, another daily record, and a sharp rise increase from 99,573 a day before, the South Korean Disease Control and Prevention Agency said on Wednesday. A study by the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency of some 67,200 infections confirmed since December showed the Omicron variant severity and death rates averaged 0.38% and 0.18% respectively, compared with 1.4% and 0.7% for the Delta cases. Various companies in Japan are expanding their business through global trade, but fluctuating currency rate has been a major concern for them. Japan's Entity Communications has developed a new innovative platform to solve this problem with guaranteed rates.
外国為替というのは毎秒変わるようなものになっております。で、その状況で例えば日本のお客様であったり世界のお客様がビジネスをグローバルでビジネスをしようと思った時に非常にやりにくいということが一つ大きな問題となっておりました。そこで為替を固定することによってよりそのお客様のビジネスが外国のお客様であったり、場合によっては物を輸入するという場合においても非常にやりやすくなるというふうに NTT コムは考えまして、そういったビジネスを提供いたしております。機能としては全て API アプリケーションプログラムインターフェースというシステムがお互いに呼び合うという仕組みで提供しておりますので、ビジネスにも非常に込みやすいサービスとなっております。
The new platform is now used successfully for trade between Japan and Africa. Local customers expressed their high satisfaction with the new service during online meeting between headquarters in Japan and local staff in Kenya. A key for stability and prosperity of the international community is dynamism that is created by combining two continents. Asia, that is rapidly growing, and Africa, that possesses huge potential of growth, and two oceans, free and open Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean. This concept is shared and penetrated deeply and widely. Japan and ASEAN are joining hands to enhance economic stability and security-related issues.
We, of course, really rely on the security and stability, in Indo-Pacific. And I think an open Indo-Pacific, will benefit, not only Indonesia, but I think will benefit other countries as well, because this is the most important conditions, for trade to take place, which is the sea road, the maritime domain must be secure and also must be stable. ASEAN really expect Japan to play a more active security role, and I think the ASEAN outlook on Indo-Pacific will provide a new platform for ASEAN and Japan to work and cooperate on security matters even more. ASEAN and Japan now should really expand the cooperation to include much more active on the security area as well, more than not only on the economic cooperations, because we do have these common challenges that we are facing in the Indo-Pacific.
Thailand authorities analyzes the concept of free open Indo-Pacific.
Japan's contributions to economic development and connectivity in the region and in Thailand in particular, so tremendously help these countries emerge as emerging economies and could play important roles in the world economy. I believe the concept has a great prospect to be welcomed by Thai policymakers and Thai people. Within the Thai public, the perceptions of Japan is very positive, and I believe in other countries as well, right? And I think the promotion of FOIP by Japan will even improve and confirm these public perceptions of Japan's constructive role in the region at large. Thai-Japanese relations in particular is always warm and friendly. So Japan's constructive role throughout modern Thailand's economic development pave a strong and solid background and foundation for our relationship.
Free and open Indo-Pacific concept is expanding widely from Southeast Asia, India to Africa. It guarantees safety, peace, economic prosperity and strong human tie.
Moving on, students in illegally occupied POK have taken to the streets to protest against arbitrary university laws that they said were brought into effect in the middle of the academic year and were aimed at denying them degrees. They say their protest will continue until all their demands, including the release of their fellow students, are met. We have a report.
The university in the capital Muzaffarabad of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir came under direct state attack when hundreds of policemen entered its premises forcefully and used batons and tear gas shells on peacefully demonstrating students. Disturbing viral pictures of students being chased down by police, being thrashed and arrested have triggered outrage across the region. The police did not spare even the girls who were demonstrating against arbitrary university laws that they said were brought into effect in the middle of the academic year and were aimed at denying them degrees.
पुलिस वालों का कसूर है और ये लड़कों का इसका जो मान है, ठीक है, हम लड़के जो है स्टूडेंट वो बाहर नहीं आए, ये पुलिस वाले अंदर घुसे, इन्होंने फायरिंग की और ये लड़कों को मार के बुरे तरीके से मार के लेके जा रहे हैं। बच्चों को इसमें कोई भी कसूर नहीं है और ये बच्चों को बहुत बुरे तरीके से मार रहे हैं और ये डिजर्व नहीं करते ये चीज़।
The incident has triggered widespread outrage and students as well as common people have taken to the streets against the administration demanding the immediate release of those who have been arrested. Students say their protests will continue until all their demands including the release of their fellow students are met.
यूनिवर्सिटी इंतजामिया ने पुलिस बुलाकर उन पर शेलिंग और लाठीचार्ज करवाई जिससे काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट जो हैं वो गिरफ्तार हुए हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये तमाम जामिया कश्मीर के जो तलबा हैं इस टाइम मुश्तिल हुए हैं और उनकी गिरफ्तारी और यूनिवर्सिटी के इंतजामिया की जानब से जारी जुल्म के खिलाफ एहतजाज कर रहे हैं। तो जब तक स्टूडेंट यहाँ पर रिलीज़ होकर नहीं आते कोई पेपर नहीं होगा और ना ही कोई जामिया कश्मीर ओपन होने देंगे जब तक हमारे तमाम स्टूडेंट रिहा होकर नहीं आए।
This turn of events has also exposed the grim reality of the region, where students meet one or the other obstacle on an everyday basis. While some of them face academic obstacles, administrative tools are used to harass others. The prime objective, the students say, is denying them education. What the Prime Minister Imran Khan and PR machinery of Pakistan have been continuously trying to push is not just farcical but a complete lie. Instead of facilitating their education, students in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir are being pushed into a situation where they are forced to abandon education. Pakistan may propagate any lies, but the fact of the day is that a little over just 2% of the population of the region is graduate, and numbers are not appearing to be improving by any projection, be it government or non-government.
India's Jammu and Kashmir is known as paradise on earth and is considered one of the most popular tourist destinations. Recently, it became the crowd puller as it hosted a 3-day-long winter carnival festival in Kulgam district. Scores of sports enthusiasts participated in the carnival, which witnessed snow games including rugby, snow volleyball and skiing. Have a look.
Nature has endowed Kashmir Valley with implausible beauty and it is rightly called as heaven on earth. Located on the river Vaishap, the sheer magnificence of Aharbal in India's Kulgam district is a sight to behold. During winters, it gets covered with a white sheet of snow, forming a perfect destination to host recreational and snow activities. Recently, a 3-day winter carnival was organized in Kulgam district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir this week, to attract tourists and promote scenic beauty and tourism in the area. Tourists lauded the efforts by the district authorities and called it a promising initiative.
I would say tourism is something which is an emerging and the most potential sector as far as district Kulgam is concerned. We know about many beautiful places like Sonmarg, Gulmarg and all in Kerala, but there are as beautiful places in this district also which is yet to be explored. There are many programs going on here, like winter sports are going on, snow rugby, snow cricket. So for me, even snow, all of this, everything is a new experience and I'm really enjoying this, and I hope people from different parts of the country will come and enjoy the beauty and this mesmerizing beauty of this place.
The event was organized by Kulgam District Administration, Aharbal Development Authority, Tourism Department and Kulgam Forest Division. A number of snow activities like snow rugby, snow volleyball, snow runs for peace, skiing and tug of war and many more were hosted during the carnival. Carried out for the first time at Aharbal, the event also aimed to provide a wonderful experience to visitors along with cherishing the snowy landscape.
जो यहाँ पे आज जो ऐसा इकदाम कदम उठाया गया डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की जानिब से, हम इसको तहे दिल से सराहते हैं और ये एक ऐसा कदम है जिससे हमारी जो आने वाली पीढ़ियाँ भी हैं उनके लिए ही बहुत ही अच्छा कदम उठाया गया है। तो मैं इस चीज़ को इसी नज़र से देखता हूँ कि इट विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमी ऑफ कुलगाम, जिसकी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले वक्त में अहरबल कुलगाम की इकोनॉमी की बैकबोन होगी।
Kashmir is considered one of the most popular tourist destinations in India. The tourists and local residents, including participants, lauded the step taken by the administration as it provided them an escape from the daily grind. With such types of activities offer immense opportunities to encourage adventure tourism in the region.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We will be back next week at the same time. This is Yeshi signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.